Beautiful. So this is Chi Cultivation as community care. Feel where you connect to the earth. If you're sitting, if you're in a wheelchair, that might be your sits bones. If you are standing, that's your beautiful feet. And just begin by grounding, feeling how you're supported. And if you know the name of the first people of the land, take a moment to take a deep breath for them, for their sovereignty, reparations, and healing. So for me, I'm going to name the Kayate people and all of the ancestors known and unknown of the land where I'm standing. Beautiful. And I put in the chat, and I'll put in the caption a place where you can find out about the original people of the land where you live. So we'll start by doing a gentle swing. If you're standing, this is from the hips, just from side to side. If you're sitting, you can also do this. And my hands are in a soft fist. I'm not punching, but I'm just gently allowing my hands to just curl. And the motion, the energy is all coming from my hips. This deep cavity full of energy where we literally have the ability to create life. And I'm waking up all of the chi, the energy in my body, and gently moving my way up. So it was around my hips, and then it came closer to my belly. And now I'm just tapping the outside of my upper arms. And then, oh, it always feels good in my shoulders where there's a lot of tension sometimes. And come back down, making sure you're breathing. No fancy breathing, just the usual in and out. As you come back down, just come into a slow swing until you gently get back to the center. Make sure that your root is stable. So if my hands or feet, my thumb is like my big toe, and my pinky is like the little baby toe, and my heel is like, this is like my heel. So make sure all of these 3 points on the triangle are on the ground, because we don't want to be in what's called eversion or inversion. We don't want to be like a duck, I guess. So make sure you're grounded. Beautiful. And then take one hand, doesn't matter which one, and make a little fist, and the other arm lifts up. Then I tap underneath my belly button. This is our lower battery, full of chi and life force energy. Tap, tap, tap. Then we go over to the hip that's under the raised arm and start tapping up the side. This is our spleen meridian, up to the armpit. And we're giving some love to our lymph glands and also to the first point on the heart meridian. Coming back down, when you get to the hip, come over to the center and start tapping up your center line. Tapping from the breastbone up to the collarbone, where our thymus and thyroid are, which are, again, powerful warriors in our immune system and self-defense. Then I go over to this point. If you can imagine a beaver dam, you want to break up the beaver dam so that the river can flow freely. And then going down the inside of our arm, these are the yin meridians. When you get to the hand, do a flip and come back up. The outside, the yang meridians, we are full of rivers of energy, and they need to flow. When you get back up to the shoulder, break up any blockages and wipe off the dust of life. Then we go to the other side. Other arm is lifted. I'm making a soft fist, tapping underneath my belly button, going over to the side of my hip, up to the other spleen meridian, as we have 2. And waking up the other lymph glands and the first point on the other heart meridian, because we are symmetrical like butterflies. Coming back down. When you get to the hip, coming over around the center, going up, 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 up. And again, hello thyroid, hello thyroid. Thymus and thyroid are friends. Oh, waking them up, inviting them to support our bodies in protecting us. Then break up any beaver dams. Imagine all of those twigs rolling down the river, and then coming down the inside of that arm, waking up the yin meridians, and flipping and coming up the outside for the yang meridians. Our arms have the fire and metal meridians. So they are tool building and wonderful, but we need to make sure they cool down. Oh, wonderful. Then we're going to our kidneys, which are tucked underneath of our back rib cage. So again, softest and tapping up along my spine, and then down along the sides, up along the middle, down along the sides. Not too hard, just waking up the chi. And then we go down and going kind of almost on the back and side of my legs, which are the yang meridians of the legs. Then when you get to your feet, you're gonna come up the inside from heel up to the crotch area. The yin meridians of the legs. Waking up, waking up, waking up. And then when you get to this place where our legs meet our torso, which are the equivalent of the armpits, like the leg pits, if we had them, and just tap a little bit in that same area, because again, we're like butterflies, we're symmetrical. We have a lot of lymph glands here too, but our bodies have sense memory, so if that feels, oh, I don't like that, don't do it, totally cool. But I'm just bouncing a little bit and waking up my lymph glands. Ah, wonderful. And and then we're gonna do a little bit of gentle cardio. So my arm is making a sort of soft right angle, and I'm just swinging my elbows back. Inhaling on the back swing, exhaling on the front swing. Ah, it's so nice. And I go up a little bit on my balls of my feet. If you have good knees and good ankles and good hips, you can lift up and do a little hop, but that's totally not necessary. That's what it would be if you did a little hop, or just rocking forward, or if you're sitting or in a wheelchair, just enjoying the swing. And see if you become aware of your heart center, right? Because the heart meridian starts here. So there's this opening that happens when we do a little swing. Wonderful. Now we're gonna give some love to all of our joints, which are so hardworking and amazing, starting from our crowns. So I put my thumb inside my other hand and root it below my belly button. And we're going to give some love to our neck. We are not going to be doing a neck roll that goes back, so we don't put pressure on the cervical vertebrae or the spinal cord. So just staying rooted, I let my ear come to kiss my shoulder. And feel a lovely opening stretch over here. And this connected palm is keeping me from tipping over too hard like a teapot. We're still stationary, we're still a pillar. But then let our heads gently roll forward with gravity being the guide. Over until the other ear is giving a kiss to the other shoulder. Still staying rooted with our hands so that there's a lovely stretch here. We're not tipping over, but we're letting this muscle get a little bit of rest. And go at your own pace. We're making a half moon, not a full circle. From shoulder to shoulder. Just silently or aloud say thank you to these neck muscles, which work so hard. Our heads are like very heavy, and the neck muscles are such MVP champions, holding this head full of brains up all day long. Beautiful. And look from side to side. Oh, hello, hello, hello. Up and down a little bit, not too far back. Beautiful. Next, our shoulders. And squeezing these shoulders up to our ears. And I like to make a really pointy face like I'm eating a lemon. And then let it go. And we're imagining we're popping 10 corks on the ends of our fingers. So when I lift it up, oh, bringing up all the tension, and then let it go, let it pour out as if there were smoke or dirty bath water or dirty dishwater coming out of our ends of our fingers. One more time. And a gorgeous exhale, wonderful. And do some soft rolls backwards. Oh, okay. Beautiful, and 3 rolls forwards. Notice your scapula. Oh, how lovely. Wonderful. And then I'm gonna put my same hand on my same shoulder, like I am a bird, and this is my wing. And as if there was a pencil on my elbow. And we're gonna see, oh, what kind of beautiful big circle can I draw? And as I go back, my torso kind of turns to the back to make, oh, a gorgeous big circle. And then after 3, I let the arm go. And oh, now it's a full, what in anatomy we would say a circumduction. And this is your wingspan. Take up all the space you need. Again, making our little wing. And we're going forward, drawing a gorgeous circle. Oh, how spacious, how big of a circle can you make? Ah, wonderful. And then let it go. Oh, wow. If you had wings, what would they be like? Are you a falcon, a butterfly? Are you a dragon? What are your wings like? Awesome. Then the other side. Same hand, same shoulder. Making a gorgeous big circle. This helps us discover our space, right? Like systems of oppression teach those of us who benefit to take up too much space. And then it teaches those of us who are on the axis of harm, let your arm go, to shrink. And we want to be right size. Not too big, not in other people's space, but also taking up all of the space that is ours. When you've done 3 back, do your little pencil, finding what your shoulder's range of motion is, and then unfurling. Your wingspan, your arm span, this is your space. Nobody should ever enter into this, your arm span, without your consent. This is where you are sovereign. If you can imagine a beautiful bubble all around you, the size of your wingspan. This is your sovereign space. Okay, next our elbows, like a windmill. Oh, bringing in our blessings, bringing in good things, and then reverse, sending out blessings, because giving and receiving are part of the same cycle. Next, our wrists. So I bring my hands together, and one thing you can do is just wiggle them around, that's fine. And if you feel like your wrists are okay with it, you can make some gorgeous figure 8s and reverse. If you are a lightsaber wielder, if you're a Jedi, what color would your lightsaber be? Make sure you protect your circle, your space. Beautiful. And now I'm going to tap the sides of my hands together. And the insides. And my side of my pinky finger is going to come in tapping the webbing of my hands. Just gently supporting this area. If you have arthritis, that might hurt a little bit, but it also is really good for you. But always, if there's pain, see if in your body, you know, oh, this is like a growing edge. I'm okay. Or this is the body saying, stop. And I always stop when it says stop. So then I make what we call a 5-pointed beak. It's like a little bird. And with this beak, just waking up all the chi in our hands, which are typing and doing so much work for us. There's so many powerful points that we're activating for our health. Awesome, both sides, other hand whenever you're done. Okay, beautiful. Waking up meridians that help with digestion, waking up points that help with back pain. Awesome. And then we're just gonna help our doctors, help our healthcare professionals. And remember, we popped a cork off the edges, off the tips of our fingers. Now we're just going to imagine, oh, I'm gonna squeeze out all the gunk. Make sure you don't squeeze it into a plant or your food or a pet, but just, oh, is this the gunk of some bigoted person on the internet? Oh, we don't need to hold that. Or, oh, this is the gunk of bureaucracy or something. Ha, beautiful. Do the other hand, squeezing all the gunk out. What color is it? Is it like dirty bathwater? Is it green? What are you squeezing out? Frustration, whatever you don't need. Beautiful. Awesome. And then our rib cage, which actually can move. So, oh, see how your rib cage wants to move. Can you go side to side? Just with the rib cage, just moving from your heart. Can you go back and front? Oh, wonderful. Is there a circular motion that wants to happen? You know, if it helps to see from the back. Wonderful. Then this one big joint, the biggest joint in our whole body, is the femoral joint, our big hips. So let's start by just squatting a little bit. One thing we do a lot in Bamana dance, B-A-M-A-N-A, is bend at the femoral joint. So that's different from bending at the waist, right? You can see there's no joint here. The spine is going like this. So whenever we bend at, I can't even bend at the waist, right? Like it's, that's bad for our backs. But let's try to bend actually from this awesome joint, right? What does it mean if instead of reaching over and going like this, oh, I'm gonna pick something up, that's not good. What if we bend from the waist? A lot of people in Taiwan or in other countries will just do work from this place, this deep squat. If your hip is like, no, don't do it. But it's actually super good for our bodies. So just feel this wonderful squat. In the West, people don't tend to bend from this joint, but it's really good for us. This is how you want to lift things if you're ever going to be lifting something heavy. So wonderful. We're bending our femoral joint. Take it from side to side. Oh, how far can I go? This is also teaching us our boundaries, our space. Oh, can you make a really gorgeous circle? What is your circle? No one else's, but your circle. Oh, wow. What does your pelvis do? There might be a snap, crackle, pop sound, and that's totally cool, as long as it doesn't hurt and your body doesn't say no. Your body says no, we stop. Oh, can we bring the pelvis forward and back? Forward and back. Can we explore figure eights? If we just let one hip move and then the other hip move. Oh, what does that do? Feel that and then go back to a big circle. Oh, what is that sensation? A lot of times if we have the privilege of working remotely, we're sitting so much and not in a deep squat, though perhaps now you will work from a deep squat. I'm now thinking maybe I should be doing my seated work from this deep squat. But we've been sitting so much and all these rivers of energy in our bodies, most of them, all but one, go vertically. They're connecting earth and heaven. And if we're sitting all the time, then all this wonderful earth chi is getting stuck. So make sure, how silly can you be? How silly can you be with your pelvis? If we just go up, down, side to side. I was in a dance company, New Works / World Traditions, where our motto was free your pelvis, free your mind. And we know that somatically, so much of our internalized depression is not just intellectual, it's in the body. So, oh, what can the body do? If I feel like I shouldn't be moving my pelvis and I should just be like this, whose voice is speaking and who benefits from that? Because I can tell you, nobody is going to get hurt by you moving your pelvis, even though in my brain, my internalized depression, I sometimes think that. Like, I'm not that powerful. And also, yes, I am. Together we can topple the systems of harm. So whenever you feel good, even just a nice little twirl, doing the twist as they used to do, I think in the 50s. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wake up your freedom, the sense of freedom in this pelvis. And then we're gonna come to our knees, warming them up, giving them some love. Again, let your body be the guide who says, oh, I want to do this. No, that's too much. And just find some soft knee circles, not rushing, feeling them. A lot of points near our knees help with the damp. So if your knees get sensitive near it, like around the time of a storm, or your joints get sensitive, giving some love to your knees and warming them up can help. We're gonna make circles out. So it's as if my knees are going cheers, and then going out in a circle, and then reverse, out to in, cheers, out to in, out to in, wonderful. Next is our ankles, and for those, you have lots of options. If you're sitting, you just twirl them. If you're standing, you can put your hand supporting you on something like a chair or the wall, and just put the foot that you're working on back with the ball on the earth so that your ankle is twirling. And then if you're wanting to add the added challenge of balance, which is great for our bodies, then make sure you have hands on your hips to be grounded. And whatever foot is the standing leg, make sure you gradually shift the weight over. And I like to imagine deep tree roots going down to keep me rooted. And then lifting up the other leg, and then twirling my ankles out 3 times, then in. Oh, we don't want the chi to get stuck on our ankles either. Going from side to side, shaking our ankles. No, no, no. And then this is flexion extension. Yes. Making a little L, then pointing. Can you feel it all the way on the front and all the way on the back of the leg? And then shake it out like a hokey pokey. Shake, 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 shake. Same on the other side. If you're doing the balance, gently shift the weight until your other leg floats up and the standing leg is deeply rooted with the redwood trees strength. And then, oh, lovely, circles out, circles on the inward rotation, side to side, no, 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 up and down. Feel the tension. Oh, I feel these muscles. Oh, I feel these muscles. Cool. And shake it out like the hokey pokey. And then we do shaking down the tree. You can also do the seated. I'm standing, so always making sure my big toe and my little toe and my heel are on the ground. And I've got my hands in front of me softly like this. My fingers are so loose. And I'm just shaking down the tree. So imagine an autumn tree with gorgeous red, gold, brown leaves. And it's time for them to fall. It's time for them to become compost. And in Taoism, we're always working on the physical, spiritual, and emotional levels. So physically, you can add the intention of shaking off like a headache or something. Emotionally, an example might be, I want to shake off my anger at so-and-so. And spiritually, it could be, I want to shake off my impatience. So allow those leaves to fall off of your energy body. Beautiful. And see if you feel okay to just close your eyes. And if not, that's totally fine. Trust what you feel safe to do. And just notice a little body scan as if you were doing an x-ray of love all through your being. How do you feel? Is there a tingle? Do you feel warm? How is your elbow? How is your knee? What is your body telling you? What are you aware of? And just breathe. All of what we did so far is meant to support our rivers of energy and flowing freely. So you are a rainbow from top to bottom, from your head to toe. Can you imagine a rainbow of rivers of light in all of the colors that shine through a quartz crystal, pouring through you, flowing happily and sparkling and shimmering? And just breathe. All you need to do is just breathe. Wonderful. And just know that you are enough, that you are a human being, not a human doing. So just by existing and breathing, you are worthy of love, care, nourishment, support, and all good things, because we all are. Just breathing. Notice if there's any thoughts that come up saying, oh, I need to be productive. What about the laundry? Who knows? And notice, oh, whose voice is that? Is that one of my parents? Is that my first boss? Who is telling me that me just existing is not enough and that I have to earn my right to be here? And then ask who benefits when I push myself to be a human doing rather than a human being. And it's probably a corporation, most likely. So just when you're ready, I'm just bouncing my knees a little bit, coming back to our community and lifting my arms up, oh, and back down the center line, bringing heaven chi down to earth, lifting up with my palms up, lifting up the chi of rivers and mountains, bringing down along my center line with the palms down the chi of rainbows and starlight. And one more time, lifting up the chi of flowers and forests, rain showers, and coming down, bringing sunlight, northern lights, constellations. And maybe you might tap your thighs or lower body if you feel a little bit spacey. And I'm gonna pause the recording for a second. Beautiful. So today we're gonna work on metal element and water element. Beautiful. Our water element is deeply connected to the north and to the color blue or black. It is connected to our kidneys and urinary bladder and supports us with courage. The emotion of water is fear. So for deep ancestral strength, water element helps us because it is our inherited essence and our inherited chi is stored in this deep, watery depths. And metal element is our lungs and large intestine, corresponds to the west. The planet Venus, Mercury is the planet of water. And the metal element helps us with grief and sadness, as well as letting go. So I think to start, we will work with metal element because
I'm sorry.
don't worry, my love. You're amazing. I'll just like write little captions and I'll put them in for that little section because you are a queen. And I mean, normally there's two folks, so you're just like championing everything. So I think we'll start with metal element because in the generating cycle, metal creates water. So if you've ever seen a car in the morning have dew, that's an example of how metal generates water. And then water generates wood, wood generates fire, fire after it burns has ash and generates earth, and then out of earth comes metal. And that is the cycle that supports existence. So to start with element metal, if you can find the direction of west, we'll do a little bit of the Qigong meditations for cancer treatment and prevention. So it's okay if you don't have cancer, but this will still help. So I place my right hand on my heart area, because this is near where my lungs are. And we're doing a visualization that's connected to our breath. My left hand, the receiving hand, is making a cup. And you want it to be a good cup so it could actually hold some energy. And you can rest it on a pillow or your knee, whatever. And we're working with the color that corresponds to the metal element, which is white. And this is going to allow us to fortify or tonify the metal element and also release some of our grief, because the large intestine is also a metal element and it literally helps us let go what we can't hold on to anymore. So the inhale, I am going to envision beautiful light, white light that like the moon, not blinding, but soft and beautiful, filling up my lungs and also my large intestine. And then when I'm done having a deep, glorious inhale, then I exhale from this heart area, from this lung area into the heart. And then from the heart down the left arm into this receptacle. And the reason why we connect it to the heart is because the heart is the emperor or the empress or the non-binary chief of our bodies. And the heart spirit has the ability to take on the emotions of all the other elements, because actually all of our organs have a soul or a spirit, but the heart is the chief of them all. So I might inhale a beautiful white until I feel full of glorious sparkling moonlight, like moonstone or opal. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. Then when I've taken a deep, 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 deep inhale, then I'm going to exhale through the heart, down the arm into this little receptacle. My grief, sadness, and things that I have a really hard time letting go of. And that could be a gray color, whatever color actually shows up for you is fine. But for me, when I work with this element, it's usually like rocks or rusty metal. And then after I've done a really full exhale, exhale all of the carbon dioxide, pushing it all out, then flip it and shake it off into the earth, which can compost that energy. And after that exhale, just saying internally or externally, I'm in harmony, as if all of those 5 elements in our bodies were singing a song in a beautiful harmony. So I will narrate it, but our bodies are different. Some you might have greater or lesser lung capacity. So work with your own body telling you, oh, I've done enough inhaling, I have to exhale now. Or if I'm already exhaling and you still want to fill up some more, keep going. So I'm going to take a deep, glorious inhale, full of white moonstone light. And then exhale through my heart, down the left hand, into the left hand receptacle, all of the grief, sadness, loneliness, everything I feel like it's hard to let go of. Pushing it out with exhale as our lungs are letting go of their carbon dioxide, adding my intention to let go of the energy of sorrow and sadness that needs to be expressed and released. Pushing it all out until, oh, that's it. Flipping and shake it out. I'm in harmony. I'm going to narrate it 2 more times and then we'll just be quiet and let the chi do the teaching. The chi is a better teacher than I am. Inhaling beautiful moonstone light from Venus and the 7 constellations of the West. Seeing your lungs sparkling, oh so happy and thankful for this energy. And then exhale through the heart, down the left arm, into the left hand receptacle, all of the sadness, loneliness, grief, and everything that is too hard to let go of. Let it out, pouring it out, pushing it out, just as your body is releasing the nitrogen and carbon dioxide that you don't need. You might feel a heaviness or a tingle in this hand, and if you don't, that's totally fine. Shake it out. I'm in harmony. I'm in harmony. Again, when your body says, oh, time to inhale, filling up with a deep belly breath. See your lungs shining with gorgeous moonstone opal moonlight. Recharged and full of joy. And then exhale through your heart, down the left hand, out into the left hand receptacle. All of the sadness, grief, loneliness, and things that you need to let go of. It might be heavy, it might be bullets, it might be charcoal, who knows? Feel heavy. And when you've exhaled everything you can, flip it over, shake it out into the earth, which is going to turn it into fresh new energy. And I am in harmony. Beautiful. And I'm going to mute, and let's do that for 1 or 2 more breaths on your own. And just let your own body tell you, oh, I'm ready to inhale. Oh, I'm ready to exhale. Beautiful. Now we're going to do our water element, which helps us with courage. So I'm turning to face the north. The water element with Mercury. This time my hands are going to be kind of around, sort of near my belly button, because the kidneys are actually in the back, but being like this is kind of like uncomfortable and not great for meditation. So putting the hand in front of my belly button and remembering that our kidneys are in the back. And again, we've got a little receptacle. And this time we're going to inhale a gorgeous royal blue or a beautiful ebony, because there are Taoist texts that say water element is the color black and others that say it's blue. So whatever your consciousness tells you is what you need. And allowing Mercury and the water element, which corresponds to what they call in the old text the mysterious warrior. So the spirit protector of the north, of the water element, is this giant turtle. So, you know, tortoises and turtles can live, I think, up to 100 years and are so wise and powerful. So this is, water element is ancestral. So as you inhale, you're going to be envisioning Mercury, the mysterious warrior, and water element filling your kidneys, so lower back, and also the whole lower pelvis, because urinary bladder is a water element too. And kidneys and water element kind of have an influence all over the lower pelvis and the reproductive region. So filling that area, lower back and pelvis, with royal blue or mahogany, ebony, a beautiful black color, a bit of both maybe, a strengthening, courageous, ancestral strength. And then exhaling, I'm gonna see the exhale coming up through my heart again, out my left arm, into the left hand receptacle. And here we're exhaling fear, all types of fear, the lighter fears of what if I get a bad grade, all the way to the deeper existential fears of what's gonna happen to our planet. And again, listen to your body, but just at beginning, I'm going to inhale a deep belly breath, seeing my lower back and pelvis fill with royal blue, ancestral courage, resilience, and power, awakening all of that strength. And then exhaling when I'm ready through the heart, cleansing the heart, washing the heart clean, and then down through my left arm into this left hand receptacle. It might be a murky water full of kelp, oil stained water, whatever that fear feels like and looks like, flip it over and shake it out. I am in harmony. I'm in harmony. Inhaling into our lower back and our pelvis, the glorious deep ancestral strength from water element and our own elevated ancestors, and the north, the mysterious warrior, till we're just glowing like a night sky. And then exhale through the heart, cleansing the heart, down the left hand receptacle and out into this little cup, all of our fear, whether that's anxiety or terror, all the levels of fear, letting it out. If it's ancestral fears, intergenerational sorrows because of things our ancestors went through that they're afraid that we might once again go through, let it all out into this receptacle and shake it out. I'm in harmony. Beautiful. And I'm gonna mute so that we can attune to our own body's rhythm and continue inhaling gorgeous blue into lower, lower abdomen, lower back, and pelvis. Exhaling through the heart, out the left arm, into the left hand receptacle. All of what you don't need, because Dr. Mao says that the majority of toxins leave at the end of our exhale. So make sure you're exhaling all that you can, but don't force it. It should never hurt. So let's take a couple breaths on it. Beautiful. So let's return the chi, lifting my palms up, lifting the chi of earth, bringing down the chi of heaven, the stars. How lovely. 2 more times. All the glorious flowers and birds, pulling down from the heavens the beauty of constellations and planets. And again, lifting up earth chi and bringing down heaven chi, because we are the meeting place of the yin of earth and the yang of heaven. And we're going to do a little closing meditation, and we're gathering our chi, bringing all of the chi we worked on today. So inside my mouth, you can't see it, but my tongue, imagine this is a tongue, is touching my palate, the top of my mouth. And this is closing a gate so that my chi isn't leaking out. And below my body, I'm just lifting up gently on the openings underneath the body, closing the lower gates, so that all of this beautiful rainbow of energy is staying within my own body. Because when my chi is healthy, then I can show up for freedom work without getting burnt out, resentful, and lashing out at other people. So just closing the upper and the lower gates, roll the shoulders back a little bit, back here at the back of the head, as if there was a gorgeous string lifting me up to the heavens. So that keeps my chin from going forward like this or backward too far. Just a gentle lift to make myself a channel for a waterfall of beautiful energy. And notice if you can go back to that visualization of the rainbows of energy in a red and rose color, yellow gold, beautiful white, deep royal blue, and glorious green pouring through your entire body, from your toes all the way to the crown of your head. And can you sense and see yourself glowing? Can you feel and sense that you are the cosmos? The fire energy in your body comes from Mars. The earth energy comes from Earth and Saturn. The metal energy in your body comes from Venus. The water energy from Mercury, and the wood energy from Jupiter. And can you see yourself as a constellation? There are acupuncture points all over your body, and they're connected by meridians. So you are stardust. You are so luminous. And if you can feel at to your east, can you see a gorgeous green dragon, majestic and powerful, protecting you? And to the south, a regal scarlet phoenix, a bird of fire, protecting you. To your west, a glorious white tiger, fierce and brave. And to the north, the ancient indigo turtle. And above, can you feel how the stars are present, even if it's sunny for you? There are 28 Taoist constellations, 7 in each of the 4 directions. Can you feel how you have the stars on your own body? And there are all of these constellations above on the bowl above you, protecting you. We went over our energy bubble earlier, which is our wingspan. And can you see how the light, the rainbow light within you, merges and makes a golden color, a golden light that begins to emerge from your body through the pores. So you're shining so bright, and this golden light pours out beyond your body and fills this egg, this orb, your aura, with glorious chi. full of life force energy, and anything that doesn't belong there just gets pushed out. And notice how the edges of your bubble are a force field where you are the one who holds the key, and you, only you, get to decide what comes in and what goes out. And feel this golden light covering all of your orifices, all of the entry points, and protecting you, protecting your eyes, covering your ears, your nose and mouth, the lower gates, protecting all of your boundaries. They are protected with fire, earth, water, metal, and wood. Just breathe. And gently, when you're ready, come back to us. You can tap your lower body if you feel a little bit spacey. Drink a little water if you need to get grounded. And I want to give thanks to my teachers, Ed Sullivan, Dr. Dow, Dr. Mao, and Omni, and all of the elders of that lineage. And may all the lineage bearers have infinite blessings. And thank you for being with me. That was our practice.